morning, students. Happy Monday. Sorry I can't be there today. Today, you guys are going to be working on some more combining like terms review. So the Go Formative for your participation assignment today is 1.2 like terms review. So if you don't have that up, go ahead and pause this and get that up. I'm going to do 2 problems with you, and then you guys are required to do the rest of them. Okay, so just more practice from last week on combining like terms. So here we go. First question we have here is 4x plus 6x plus 3 plus 15. So go ahead and copy. I would copy and paste it personally, but up to you. And we want to combine our like terms. The first thing we want to think about is what are like terms. So remember, like terms have to have the same variable and the same exponent. Okay, so in this problem here, we can see there's x terms and then there's constants. So my like terms are the x's. And I'm going to use a different color to go ahead and box in my constants. And remember, when you're doing this, you want to make sure to get the sign that's in front of it because that sign goes with that number. So now I can go ahead and combine them. So remember, if I'm combining the x terms, I want to add those coefficients. So the coefficients on the first term is a 4, and the coefficient on the second term is a 6. So I can do my little math over here in the corner. And I want to do 4 plus 6, okay, which equals 10. So that's my new term. Okay, that's my new coefficient. So I get 10x when I combine those two. Then I want to do the same things with the constants. I want to add the two numbers together there. So I have 3 plus 15, which equals 18. So that would be added on to my 10x. So plus 18. Right, and that's what you're going to put in the box here. Okay, so I want you guys to try 2 through 7 on your own. Okay, so doing the same exact thing. Make sure you guys are trying to box it and all those things. Okay, I want to go over 8. Okay, because 8 and 9 are a little bit of a challenge, but I think that you guys might remember this from your last class. So 8 and 9, if you look at it, it has some distribution here. Okay, so again, go ahead and copy and paste it. We're going to go over 8, and you guys are going to try number 9 on your own. Make this a little bit bigger because it's kind of hard to see. Okay. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to distribute. So think about back to our order of operations. The first thing you want to do is those parentheses. Okay, so since we're doing that, we need to distribute, which means we multiply the number in front, so our 5, to both of our terms in the parentheses. Okay, so I have to distribute the 5 to the 4x, and I have to distribute the 5, and remember that's a -2. Okay, we want to multiply when we do this. So when you multiply 5 times 4, that gives you 20, and you want to keep the x along with it because you don't want to lose that because that's also being multiplied. Then you want to do 5 times -2, okay, or 5 times 2, and then there's only one negative. So it's negative 5 times 2 is 10. And then everything else has to come down with it. Okay? It doesn't change at all because we haven't touched it yet. Okay, so it's still part of our expression. So go ahead and bring that plus that plus 6x down. And minus 4. Okay, so it still stays with the expression. Okay, now that we have that distributed, then we can go ahead and combine our like terms. So what that looks like is we want to combine our x's, and then we want to combine our constants, just like in our last problem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my color and my box ready. And I'm going to box in my x's. So I have 20x, and then I have a positive 6x. Okay, and then on the side here, remember we're going to add those coefficients. So the two coefficients are 20 plus 6, okay, which equals 26. And then we want to go ahead and add the constants. So we want negative 10 and negative 4. So negative 10 minus 4, or, okay, that is negative 14. Then if we put these two things together, remember that those orange were our x's. So we need to make sure it's still an x term. So it's 26x, and the negative 14 was our constants. So we're going to put negative 14 on it. So we end up with 26x minus 14 as our most simplified answer. Okay, so you guys have 7 problems to do on your own. Your guys' homework for tonight is I updated grades this weekend and submitted everything. So I want you guys to go back and make sure you're not missing anything. I want you to go check your grades and see what you're missing and do some catch-up work. So in case you don't know how to do that, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to OHS here so that I can show you. So on OHS, if you click grades, you should see your grades come up, okay? And not all of them will have grades in there, okay? The ones that we've done grades for so far are the USA test prep, so 1.01, 1.1 Go Formative, 1.02 USA test prep, 1.03 variables test prep, and 1.2 combining like 2 Go Formative. So it's all the last 5 assignments here are what we have completed so far in this class. And the other way you can realize it is if you have any zeros here, that's a red flag, okay? That's a red flag to know that you have to go do that. So if you're seeing zeros right here, go ahead and go on USA Test Prep or go on Go Formative and complete those assignments. And also, if you find one of these grades are red, like a USA Test Prep, go back and retake it, okay? Because that means it's a low grade for that assignment. So if you're seeing some red over here for USA Test Preps, remember you have 3 attempts on those. So you can still go back and retake those and bring those grades up. And today is a wonderful opportunity to do that. Have a wonderful day, students, and I will see you guys tomorrow.